This is a good segue. What do you think of what Diamond D said about Joe and Latinos in hip hop?
He said the truth. He said the truth. He said the truth. You know what I'm saying?
He said black people created it. Latinos were was
The
there
first,
participating.
yeah, was there, 100% true. I believe that. There's facts and there's proof to support that. You know what I'm saying? Through the archives. And even common sense. Like I said, common sense to me, being a Latino, and in the way I was in my story, I was embraced by black folk. And my story relates, even though it was 1984, but you go back 10, 15 years from there, I could see that happening. I could see how that happening. I could see, by just being inside the black culture and learning about it and seeing the qualities of their music. You know what I'm saying? And even from R&B to disco and, you know, to even jazz and, all of that, all the form of music. How could it derive from that? We could get, and of course, the street element of young rebel kids, inventing things at that time. I could see it, not saying that, Latinos, Puerto Ricans especially, they definitely added it afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? There was the first students, but they even half Cuban and half Puerto Ricans. It was, that was heavy in the Bronx back then. I didn't even know that. But there's some half Cuban, half Puerto Rican people that that helped out the culture. You know what I'm saying? When Latinos entered it, that they made a mark on it and they pushed the culture forward. So, and all I'm saying, all they want might just say who invented it. Like, just give them the props for creating it. I'm sure they're gonna go turn around because that's how it goes, man. You give props, you get props. You give respect, you get respect. You give it, you get it, you get it. So it's what you're giving them, and you're coming out here trying to act like and try to bogart something that's not yours. You have to get called out for it. You have to get called out for it. I think the archives already stated, even Spanish. You know what I'm saying? Charlie Chase even said, that it was my black African people, my black American, foundational brothers that started it. We took it and we moved on with it because they welcomed us in. That's it. Just say that. I guarantee black people was like, yo, Puerto Ricans, they was right there next to us. Dumb niggas did this, crazy legs did that. I'm sure that love and the credits will come back uh, like waterfalls. It would be just, saying back and forth love. And that's how it started. That's how it should be going on. But when you start trying to throw some extra, Fat Joe grease in the mix, you know what I'm saying? Now that it became a business this big and you want to take credit. So now the foundation, you want to be down with the council and then you want to have your own part of your whole thing so you can run the whole Latino thing. You was never good at a gatekeeping. You see what you did as gatekeeping. You suck, brother. You took all the props for yourself. You took your own teams, all their merits, and you put them on you so you could shine only. And you block the rest of the Latinos because there's mad nice Latinos in the Bronx out here still doing their thing and wish they could get a shot. But you got guys like gatekeepers like that and countless others gatekeepers because they're all working together. And you see the, New York music is not being, out there like it was once. When they was out, New York was ruling. New York and then LA, they had their shot. And that's how hip hop is anyway. It goes to different regions. South had it. So, you know what I'm saying? But you see how we never got it back because you see all these gatekeepers, they blocking it. So they could be the ones on top only when it comes to the business. That money flow starts coming. Who got more to say? Those guys do. The gatekeepers that we put there. The industry let get in there too. Because, they're all together when it comes to that business world. And, they're used to doing business with each other and blowing each other and 69 in each other. That's what they do. And they don't let nobody in unless you get your finger popped,
It's interesting though, because Diamond D said, he didn't defend Joe necessarily, but he didn't shit on him either.
Kept it real. Yeah, he kept it real, but that's okay. That was the true statement. That was original. I respect that, what he said. You know what I'm saying? He didn't do it to Melly Mel. He said
But
what it was.
they also asked him about DITC, and he said that he wished that they stayed together or they did more.
They feel a certain way. I was there. I remember when I was there. Um, Joe was shunning them a little bit when we had our own terror squad and we was really on top. We was doing triz. We was out there getting that love. Like Joe never brung with us. I would think it would be like a more of a family thing because we always had love, like Diamond D, Showbiz, AG, all of them. I was there with them in studios, and I invited them to many places. They was happy for me when I was coming up. Like I said, Showbiz was mad happy for me when I was, what I'm saying, like starting my career and everything. He used to ask Joe, yo, what's up with Q? So we had that relationship, but for some reason, Joe never let them integrate too much with like us, the Terror Squad, and work together like that. With me, he was working. Buck Wild came to my session. Showbiz came, show me beats. We was doing things together. But it was on Joe's time, and it was more on that.
That's a good
It was like,
point, right? Because it's like, why wouldn't you want to incorporate this elite team of producers and artists already with the team that you're building, though?
yep,
And it looks
yep.
really bad now in retrospect that you left the black team that put you on and all of a sudden just went to the Latino team that you really wanted to
And
build almost.
I always felt that DITC felt the way because of that. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Like Joe didn't show that love back after they let him in. Like, you know what I'm saying? Joe in the block, he had a rep too. He had a sort of a reputation that, sort of like the D.I.T.C kind of was scared of him. You know what I'm saying? He had the fear in that, so he was really holding the chips and the control of what moves to make. But you leave a guy like that to make his own moves, and what the world would expect, especially the hip hop world, was to unite that, be the bridge between that. Even though Pun did songs with D.I.T.C, I did songs with some D.I.T.C, but we did it like separately. Should have been so close because we from right there. We from the same block.
Mm-hmm.
We literally from the same block, and we got stories to share together more than we could tell. You know what I'm saying? We come from the same hood. So that would have been, that was Joe's doing. Joe's doing purposely. And it could have been something like they had that little rival when they was coming up. Like,
But he's still
who,
taking pictures
who
with
could
Diamond
shine brighter.
D.
You know how, huh?
He's still taking pictures with Diamond D, so they seem like they still cool though.
Yeah. I heard stories too. Joe used to tell us stories about Diamond D. I ain't gonna say nothing. But
Whoa, okay.
he used to tell us stories. I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's been too long, but he used to tell us stories. Only one Joe, to tell you the truth, have respect for was Showbiz. That's the only one he really had respect for. Everybody else, he had a story about.
What about Big L?
Big L came from Harlem, so he came like a extended version of D.I.T.C.
Mm.
But he had love for him, but he didn't think too much of him. When he was out there, he didn't think like he was gonna be that man. Like he was that, he didn't think that either. But he liked Big L. He liked Big L. I seen him a post today. He said, "Rest in peace. I miss you so much." Of his page, I seen it in the YouTube, and I was like, he could have helped Big L way more. Like, you know what I'm saying? When we was popping with Pun and all that, we went triple platinum. We never put nobody from DITC on. You never brought them to our world. We was telling them, bring them. We was telling them, bring them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Pun had nothing but love for Big L. I had nothing but love for Big L. That's my dude. He used to chill with me and Pun all the time, spitting rhymes. So, like I said, he was gatekeeping that too.
Dang, you guys didn't work with Big L at all, huh?
Definitely on tour buses or on shows or on the block. Definitely, we have countless memories of us doing freestyles in the bus.
No, but I mean no collaborations though. No
Nah,
songs together.
nah.
Wow.
And you figure that's something for Joe, that's supposed to be the leader, to make happen, make things happen. You know, that's how he is, man. He keeps everything for himself, whatever. He did a song with, but that's on the D.I.T.C album. You know what I'm saying? Like I had a song with Milano. Shout out to Milano. He's part of the D.I.T. coming up. We did a song. I forgot the name of it. Ooh, donna, donna, donna. Milano was dope too. That was Showbiz artist, new artist. And I did a song with him. It made the album and all that, but it should have been a little more tighter. And Joe was like that selfish with his juice that he was getting. How big he was getting. Like I told you, he didn't want Angie to be part of us.
Right.
Because he was just so protective of that of all the terror squad. It's my brand, my Daffy Ducking it. You know what I'm saying? And can't blame him.
Daffy Duck.
Sometimes you can't blame him. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I thought I should have listened to his ass too, like giving that juice out, and other niggas don't even respect it, and they betray you later. So sometimes he's
But I
right.
thought Angie wanted your juice.
Huh?
I thought Angie wanted your juice.
No, not that part. I'm talking about other people. Other people, like
No, I know.
I gave love to my side when it came to my side, the De Niro, Balonies of the world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The Corleones, the people that I met later, and I embraced them, and you know what I'm saying? The Figueroas, and I gave that love to. That should never be reciprocated to me. You know what I'm saying? The fucking Eve. You know what I'm saying? That nigga was supposed to do the clothing line with me. I gave him half of my shit there, and he wasn't nobody really. Nobody. He was going to be my designer, but I was still man enough and real enough to give him half and 20% of Joe. So you know what I'm saying? That shit didn't go through. That deal didn't go through. But he see my intentions. Like when they got up, what happened? Oh, hey, Cuban now. They're with that nigga over there. Forget fuck Cubans. They joined the team of keeping Cuban down. Instead of remember, yo, that nigga Q let me in his house, my nigga. Like, he gave me his fucking heart, nigga. He gave me everything, whatever I needed. Was there for me. They don't remember that. So I feel Joe in that aspect of, damn, I should have been a little more selfish with that, with letting people in suit and letting them use me like that.